How we going, guys? The Luke Gamer over here. And finally, fellas, I have upgraded my Alienware laptop. This beast of a behemoth supports the GTX 1080, has 32 gigabytes of RAM, 240 megahertz. On top of it, this has a 2560 by 1440p resolution screen. Also supports 120 hertz, and of course has a beautiful NVIDIA G-Sync. On top of this, fellas, I have 1 terabyte of SSD storage and 1 terabyte of hardware storage as well, and it has an i7 720HQ processor. So was this bad boy worth reviewing? Was this bad boy even worth buying? Especially after my previous Alienware video, which you guys could see on the top right. In this video over here, guys, I'll be showing you guys the upgrades and most importantly, the performance. But let's do this, guys, and let's dive in. So why did the Luke Gamer upgrade his Alienware laptop? First reason for me, fellas, was because of the screen. The screen is beautiful. This is a QHD screen, 2560 by 1440p resolution. And on top of that, this has NVIDIA G-Sync. So for me, that was a worthy upgrade. Unlike my previous laptop, the 1060 Alienware that I reviewed a couple months ago, had a 60 Hz monitor and a 1080p screen. So for me, having G-Sync on this bad boy makes a big difference. But in terms of the design, guys, it's exactly the same. We have the same nice, sturdy design over here with a nice glass trackpad and really beautiful finish. For me, this makes the product feel very premium. There is no sort of, give on this laptop at all. Like, it feels like it's a cheap laptop. It feels like you've paid good money for it. I'm really loving the key travel distance, especially when you put your fingers on it. It feels really supreme. So that hasn't changed at all. What has changed, though, as you guys could see, are those dots at the bottom right over there, which are pretty cool. That's actually called the Tobii Eye-tracking. What that does is it actually travels and tracks your eyes. So if you're looking left to the screen, you'll actually be able to open up some applications, which I'll show you guys just in a minute. But for me, I never really use it because I would rather just prefer to use my mouse and just get shit done really easy. But that's a really nice feature to have. It's also supported in some games as well, which is pretty badass. So in terms of difference, that's basically the only difference in terms of the design. But looking at the bottom over here, guys, we get our speaker grills on the left side and also on the right side as well. We get our subwoofer at the bottom of this laptop, which is over there on the far right. On the left side of this laptop, we get our beautiful LED strip. All we get is 1 USB port, which is very disappointing, knowing that there's so much room on this side of this laptop. We get our vents at the side, especially for more circulation of air when we will be having those hardcore gaming sessions. Looking at the back of this laptop over here, guys, this is where things do change just a bit. This is where we actually get our G-Sync module that actually helps power the hertz, and on top of it makes you sync your game with the graphics card really nicely. At the back of this laptop looks exactly the same as the other one with the really cool Alienware logo at the back over here. Looking at the bottom of this laptop, we get the exact same features as before. We get our ventilation of air on this side, and we get all of our ports over here. This first port over here is our Ethernet port. The second port over here is our display port. The third port over there is our HDMI port. The fourth port over here is our Thunderbolt port. And the fifth port over here is our Alienware amplifier, which is pretty good, especially if you guys do not want to upgrade your laptop, but just want to get yourself another GPU. Very useful. And our fifth port over here is our power port. On this side of this laptop, guys, we have our another vent over here for more circulation of air, especially when we'll be gaming hardcore. On the other side of this laptop, we get the same thing as before. We get our ventilation of air, and we get our other port over here, which does support cameras in case you guys have different sort of cables, which it will support. On this side is our USB port again. And on this side over here, we get our microphone and our headphone jack. That's all we get on this laptop. So in terms of design, guys, that's the only thing that has changed. And of course, our beautiful LED strip on top here. But everything else, guys, is exactly the same. My appreciation for Alienware is really good, guys, because you're actually able to upgrade 3 components of this laptop. You can upgrade your RAM, your SSD, and also your hard drive. So my unit over here has 32 gigabytes of GDDR4 240 megahertz RAM. So you're actually able to upgrade it from 8, 16 to 32, but unfortunately you can't go any higher than 64. The second thing you're actually able to upgrade, guys, is your hard drive. So in case you guys want to have 1 terabyte hard drive or 2 terabyte hard drive, these do support the 720 RPM hard drives. And the third thing that we'll be able to upgrade, most importantly, is our SSD. So this unit over here, guys, has a 1 terabyte SSD. But in case you guys are really rich, you guys could definitely upgrade yours to 2 terabyte SSDs or 256, 512, or even 1 terabyte. It's all up to you. But that's one thing I really do appreciate, guys, is definitely the upgradability. Second difference, guys, in this laptop over here, for me, it was Tobii Eye-tracking, which is so damn cool. So let me show you guys how it actually works. So at the bottom right of the screen, you get greeted by these really nice options over here. So games and experience, settings, and gaze trace. So let's go to games and experience. So we get all kinds of extra extensions. So infinite screen extensions basically makes us get more applications that support Tobii Eye-tracking, such as games. But I'll show you guys that just in a moment. Overwolf is another game that actually does support Tobii Eye-tracking as well. But what we want to do over here, guys, is do the Tobii Eye-tracking intro. So let's start that now and see how that goes. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm just looking at the bottom where those dots were, as you guys saw in the introduction of this video. So you are about to experience Tobii Eye-tracking in gaming. Let's check this out. The autopilot is on. Activating screen extension. Look around. So I'm looking to my left over here, guys. I'm looking to my right, and I see the sun. I'm looking down, I'm looking up, looking left, looking straight now. Oh, right. Entering asteroid belt. Guns armed. Fire at will. Look at the asteroid, then hit spacebar. Fail. Looking at an asteroid, and it's going away. Have I noticed the sun on the upper right corner? Yes, I have. I just looked right. This is very surreal, guys. I'm actually looking right now. Looking left. Looking all the way left as well. Looking right. Now I'm looking straight. Leave the asteroid belt. Looking back at the sun. Now I'm looking left. Looking straight. That was really cool. So that's just one game that, the introduction of Tobii Eye-tracking. So now the next thing that we want to see, guys, over here is gaze trace. So basically what that does is it'll show you a dot on your screen to make you see where your eyes are looking. So let me just tap on that. It's actually on now. So as you guys can see, there's a dot in the middle of the screen. So I'm looking left, looking right, looking left, looking up, looking in the middle now. That basically is tracing where my eyes are going. So in case I wanted to open up an application, I can. But for me, honestly, guys, this is a cool feature, but I won't really use it. But I just thought I'll show you guys the gaze trace. What do you guys think? Would you guys actually use this application or not really? Here it is, guys. We have 4 cool features using the Tobii Eye-tracking. The first column is power, touchpad, mouse, and windows. I'll go through all these features with you guys and explain to them how it actually works. So yeah, guys, let's dive in. So the first feature we get is dim brightness. So basically, your screen will dim when you're not in front of it. Really nice feature. You're also able to time it. So I time mine just to 60 seconds because I wanted to make sure that it doesn't just switch off all the time so quick. And the next feature is turn off screen. So your screen will turn off when you're not around it. So I turn mine to 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is really, I would say it's decent. I don't want my computer just to turn off so fast. The next feature, guys, is go to sleep. So send your computer to sleep earlier than your Windows power plan. So for me, I set it to 3 minutes because I want to make sure that I'm not around, I'm saving battery. And the next feature, one of my personal favorites, is wake on gaze. So wake your computer by simply looking at the logo, which is pretty cool. So all I got to do is look at my Alienware logo and my computer will just wake up. And turn off lights. Your computer lights will turn off when you're not around it. So which is pretty badass, especially if you guys want to save power. And then light up keyboard. Your keyboard keys will light up when you look at them. So as soon as they light up, you can just look at your keyboard, bro. Really, really cool feature to have. I really, really like that one. Next feature, guys, this is called the touchpad. So when using your touchpad, you will easily and effortlessly click, scroll, and zoom exactly where you need it. No need to drag the mouse pointer around the screen. So the first feature is touch at gaze. So just looking at something, then gently place and hold one finger on the touchpad. The mouse pointer will appear when you look. Move finger on the touchpad to fine tune for pixel precision, then click as you usually would. Really cool feature. I don't really use it, but in case you guys wanted to know, that's one feature. Scroll at gaze. So just looking at the screen determines which region you want to scroll. Then dragging two fingers across the touchpad to scroll as you usually would. Neat feature, but personally something that I don't use. But in case you guys are wondering, what can this Tobii Eye-tracking do? That's another feature. So zoom at glance. Look at the zoomable region on the screen, then do a zoom gesture on the touchpad to zoom where you are looking. So that's another feature that I don't use, but I thought I'd just show you guys anyway. The next feature, guys, which I really admire, is the fact that Tobii Eye-tracking even customizes your mouse as well. So it sort of helps you with your mouse too. So using a regular mouse can avoid larger hand movements by making the mouse appear wherever you look. After some getting used to, this can be very good to give you your arm a rest. So rock on mouse move. So slightly move the mouse to trigger the mouse pointer to appear where you look. So I could just look somewhere else and my mouse trigger will actually be there. I don't find that bad at all, especially if you guys are a bit lazy. What do you guys think of that? And then rock on mouse button. Press your button of choice to trigger the mouse pointer to appear where you look. A really nice, neat feature, but unfortunately I don't use them. But maybe I will in future. But what do you guys think of this feature? Which I really like as well. The fact that it also incorporates windows into it. So make Windows menus come alive by selecting the item you're looking at in a natural and effortless way. So application switcher, which is cool. In the Windows application switcher, just look at the app to highlight it. The window application switcher can be opened by pressing and holding the Alt key, then tapping the Tab key. Cool feature, but personally for me, I would rather just use my mouse and do this, which is much more quicker and efficient. But at the same time, it's a cool, neat feature to have, but who knows? Next feature, task view. In the Windows task view, just look at the app to highlight it. The Windows task view can be opened, example, by pressing and holding the Windows key, then tapping the Tab key. Really cool, neat feature, but personally, I don't use it, but what do you guys think? Windows Snap Assist. In the Windows Snap Assist view, just look at the app to highlight it. The Windows Snap Assist will appear after you dock a window. Really cool feature you also have as well, guys, but personally, those are things that I don't really use because I find physically using your mouse to actually maneuver is quicker, but I thought I'd just show you guys that anyway. Next feature, guys, over here, which is the same as my previous review, was the Alien FX software. So what we got to do, guys, is just tap onto this really cool looking alien over here. We're actually able to do a lot of things here before I even go to it. I'm able to actually even disable it. I could go dark mode, meaning all of my LED lights on my laptop will actually go dark, so there'll be actually no color at all. I could quick change. So I could change any color that I actually want to on my laptop over here. Enable activity timer. So I can set a timer for how long I actually want my FX software to actually be. I can even customize it too. I can actually do my brightness control on my FX software, which is nice. I could dim lighting zones as well if I really wanted to. I can also dim lighting zones in battery mode only. I could keep status zones on during dark and enable third-party Alien FX access. So those are really cool features without even going into the software itself. But let's open up the Alien FX editor and see what we could do over here. So as this opens up, guys, it looks pretty futuristic. Exactly the same as the previous review that I did, but I thought I'd just show you guys again in case you guys didn't check it out. So as this opens up, we get lots of features over here. So as you guys can tell, you're able to really customize it as much as you want to. My theme over here is called the Sunrise, but as you guys can tell, you can change it. You can have that theme if you want to, which is Alienware or Color Wheel, and I'll even show you all zones that will actually change as well. So, you know, as you guys can tell, the trackpad will change. All these colors here will change as well, which is pretty cool. So you get all kinds of differences. So if you guys want to have that sort of color on your Alienware laptop, you're able to really customize it. You can even preview it as well in case you wanted to see it. But for me, I really like that. And you can even stop it if you actually wanted to as well. So that's the first FX software over here. You're just able to even customize and change the colors here. So in case you don't want to have yellow, you can change it maybe to blue, which is pretty cool. You can even change the tempo or the action duration of the actual theme that you really wanted to as well. So really neat feature. You also get Alien Fusion, which I'll just tap into right now and show you guys. So this actually really goes in detail on how your computer actually lost with its battery. So quick settings over here. So I'm actually able to require a password on wake. I say yes, but I actually do use Windows Hello because this computer actually does support it. And then the power button action. So we're actually able to, that actually goes to sleep. So every time I press the power button, it will sleep my laptop. I could change it to anything I want. I could say do nothing, hibernate, shut down, or turn off display. Lid close action, which is the next one. That will sleep the computer. Turn off display. I can turn off my display after 45 minutes because I actually set it that way. And then display brightness is 100% when it's connected, but when it's off connected, it'll be 40%. Alien FX, obviously it's on, and save changes to all plans, depending if you actually want to do that. You can even go to your advanced settings here, guys, and change whatever you want. So, for example, if I wanted to change my wireless adapter settings, I could tap onto that and say maximum performance, or I could say low power saving, depending if I don't have a charger on me. But this is really, really nice, guys. You're actually able to change a whole lot of things over here. So, a lot of customization, especially on the Alien FX Fusion. Let's go next to the Alienware TaxX. So basically over here, guys, is we get our really nice macro keys, as you guys can tell over here, and you're actually able to change it to any sort of functional feature you actually want. So for example, if you want the top button over here to say, to actually shoot and also dodge in a game, you're actually able to change that on your macro keys. You can also even change the color of your macro keys as well. So if you wanted to set it to 2 or even to 3, it's really up to you, which is really badass and cool. I really like that feature, but I think I'll just leave mine on blue, and it even indicates at the bottom of the screen there. Really cool feature. I really like that, and even top right macro keys as well. I could change those too in case I want something else, which is pretty badass. But I always like to leave mine clear because every profile of mine is different. But you're also able to import profiles, even export them, and change into any sort of profile you want. So a lot of customization in that as well. Next, guys, is Alien Adrenaline. So it says that you may customize, so you may create a custom desktop shortcut that will automatically set up your system environment and execute a sequence of actions whenever you launch this game. So each game will basically have a customized desktop to it. So you're actually able to really, change the customization of any sort of desktop that you actually want. So of course, it also does support the Alien graphics amplifier. So you get a lot of different features on this guy. So I really like this, the fact that Alienware put a lot of emphasis on its difference, especially Dell incorporating that too. But what do you guys really think of this whole software? I think it's good, but the exact same features were on my previous video, but I really like the additive. It's really good. So yeah, it is, guys. Mass Effect Andromeda. So what I'll be doing in this over here, guys, is I'll be showing you guys all the frame rates. Of course, it's 120 hertz. That's why I'm getting 120 in the menus. But of course, we want to see the graphics that I'm running this bad boy on. As you can tell, everything's on Ultra over here. Resolution, Ultra, Temporal AA, Ultra, and High, which is the highest. Can't go any higher than High there. Ultra, and all the other bullshit there is on Ultra. So as we know, everything's on max settings. Let's see how this GTX 1080 performs. So I'm getting 82 to 90 FPS. Obviously, I am running this in 2560 by 1440p resolution. Let me just maybe walk around a bit, maybe shoot something. So at some points, I'm actually getting even 116 FPS. Pretty insane. But now let's try and jump up. But as you can tell, my frame rates are jumping all over the place. 86. 90. So previously on my 1060, I wasn't getting anywhere near these kind of frame rates. Where do I go? Let me just go back into my Nomad and see if my frame rates will get any less or more when I'm in this car. Let's get inside. I'm getting about 70, 82 now. So pretty good frame rates. Like I'm getting 88, 92 frame rates a second. I'm really Next game, guys, the Dishonored 2, one of my personal favorites. Let's go to options and see our visual. So of course, 2560 by 1440, full screen. Quality, as you can tell, ultra. This is the highest it could go. Of course, anti-aliasing will always be off because I'm running 2560 by 1440. So we're back, guys. Dragon Age Inquisition, one of my favorite games. Let's have a look here, guys, because this game is a very graphically demanding game. Of course, our display is 2560 by 1440. Let's have a look at our graphics. Everything is on ultra, so ultra, as you guys could tell. Multi anti-aliasing, I'm turning that off because when you guys actually have a resolution that high, you really don't need it. But that's off. Everything else is on ultra. As you can tell, this is a very graphically demanding game, so let's just have a look and let's see how we actually play. As you guys can tell, I'm getting 75 FPS over here. Let me just collect this alpha root. Let me just collect that over there. Oops. I never play this on the mouse and the keyboard, but let's see the kind of frame rates. I'm getting 71, 70. So now let's see how I'll play against this guy. Oops, I died. Interesting. Let's turn this visible. 69, 68 FPS. 66. Oh, and I died again. Let's have a look here. So not really bad frame rates. This game is a couple years old, but you know, I'm getting over 60. 59 is probably the least I've seen. Pretty good. 69, 72. Oh, and I died. So I'm getting on average around between 65 and 70 FPS. The lowest I've seen was 58. Not really bad, guys, but you know, this is a very graphically demanding game. Of course, I can turn down a couple settings.
See how it is, guys. The division in all ultra settings. Let's check out my settings over here, guys, since you want to believe what I'm saying. Graphics, of course. Let's have a look here. Frame rate off, hair shadow high, which is the highest. You can't get any higher than that. Everything else is high. SMA Ultra, I can actually turn that off because I really don't need it. But I thought I'd just leave it on just to see the kind of frame rates that I'll be getting. Up anti-aliasing, super sampling, which is the highest. Everything else, as you guys can tell, is Ultra. I can't go higher on that. Very high is the highest. So I'm really stressing out my GPU over here. I'm getting 60 FPS, 65 FPS, which is not bad, pretty good. Let me just get out of here and see the kind of FPS that I'll be getting on the Outlands. Ooh, I'm reaching 72, pretty good.
You are now leaving the safe area.
Now I'm sitting on 60, 59 FPS. Let's get on top here. Alright, let's go. So not bad, I'm getting around 58 to about 60 FPS. So this game is one of the graphically demanding games like The Witcher. But let's have a look. Let me try and spot a baddie.
Scout spotted an LND control reactor.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ha! What a flop. But as you guys can tell, 55, 53, 52 is the lowest FPS that I'm getting in this game. Highest of 71 FPS. Not bad. Not bad at all.
So guys, the golden question, was it worth the upgrade from the GTX 1060? Absolutely. The first reason for me, guys, is the fact that I am in love with NVIDIA G-Sync. This panel over here is 120 Hz NVIDIA G-Sync. The fact is my previous laptop did not have that. All they had was 60 Hz. So increasing double the amount of Hz for me was definitely worth the purchase. The second upgrade for me was the screen. 2560 by 1440p resolution compared to 1080p is definitely worth the upgrade. So that's number 2. Number 3 for me, the processor. I'm running an i7-7820HQ compared to the i7-6700HQ. So a much beefier processor. Yes, slight improvements in certain applications, but for me, I want the greatest and the best. And the fourth option for me was the fact that this is an upgrade from the 16GB DDR4 2400 MHz. This beast over here rocks a 32GB 2400 MHz. So for me, the fact that I do lots of editing on this sort of beast over here, definitely worth the upgrade. And number 4, last but not least for me, is the fact that I have the Tobii Eye-tracking. Yes, I don't use all the features, but some features are exclusively for me. But thanks guys for watching this video. Really appreciate the love you guys are giving me. If you guys really enjoy this, please put a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'll be doing heaps more loot searches, heaps more hardware searches too, in case you guys really enjoyed it. But have a good day, fellas, and God bless you.